A faded wartime map snaps open as ink-black arrows sweep across the Pacific toward America. What if a weapon made only of paper could travel thousands of miles and still kill? Rows of Japanese schoolgirls fold giant sheets of washi paper under dim factory lamps. Steam coils from buckets of paste as workers glue delicate panels into enormous floating spheres. A scientist adjusts a barometric sensor that clicks ominously like a ticking clock. Japanese soldiers release a test balloon that rises past watchtowers into a pale winter sun. No engine, no pilot, only the wind, carrying a hidden bomb across an ocean. Snowflakes swirl around the first operational Fugo balloon as it drifts upward in silence. Dozens of balloons lift off simultaneously, their silhouettes fading into a white sky. A Japanese officer marks each launch on a clipboard, knowing none will ever return. Currents high above the Pacific seize the balloons, flinging them eastward like ghostly seeds. Wind roars over the ocean as a lone balloon glides above storm clouds lit by lightning. What if some of these forgotten weapons never landed? Seabirds scatter across the sky while the balloon's shadow glides silently over crashing waters. A drifting balloon crosses into American airspace unnoticed, flickering in dawn light. A rancher looks up confused as a paper giant floats overhead like a drifting moon. A barometric trigger inside the balloon ticks down another notch as the altitude drops. Forest pines bend under winter winds while the balloon descends toward treetops. Americans had no idea they were under attack. The balloon's steel ballast rings clatter loose and fall into snow like discarded coins. Forest animals scatter as the balloon clips a branch but continues drifting inland. A fisherman spots something enormous above the river but says nothing, unsure if he imagined it. Military radar operators scan blank screens, unaware the threat floats far above detection. Newspaper boys toss morning papers with headlines that still mention nothing about balloon bombs. A school teacher in Washington state steps outside to see a strange fluttering shadow overhead. The balloon slowly dips behind a hill as the wind changes direction. Branches crackle as the balloon finally crashes into the snow-covered woods. The bomb beneath the balloon sits silent, armed, but waiting for a final trigger. Birdsong returns as the forest grows still around the ominous paper wreck. A group of children on a Sunday picnic hike toward the strange object sticking out of the snow. The children gasp in wonder at the massive paper shell patterned with Japanese characters. A mother calls out for them to stay back, but curiosity pulls them closer. One child gently touches the balloon's hanging fuse. A sudden spark flashes. A deafening explosion rips through the still forest, scattering snow and shattering silence. It was the only World War II attack on American soil that killed civilians. Military police swarm the blast site while smoke curls above broken trees. Officers order the press to stay silent to prevent panic. A government official stamps documents classified as maps are hidden away. Japanese intelligence celebrates the hit, unaware it was their only successful casualty. More balloons continue drifting across the U.S., many unexploded and forgotten. One balloon crashes into a power line, plunging an entire town into darkness. An unexploded balloon burns in a wheat field as firefighters hurry toward the flames. Another balloon lands in the Nevada desert, its bomb sizzling under the heat. A prospector stumbles upon a torn balloon and flees, convinced it's a ghost machine. Forest rangers quietly bury fragments of bombs to avoid alarming the public. A squad of soldiers loads recovered balloon parts into covered trucks. Scientists examine the parts, shocked by the precision of Japan's high-altitude strategy. The war ends, but thousands of balloon fragments remain scattered across North America. Children in the 1,950 seconds find scraps of paper balloon material deep in forests. Campers report strange canvas-like sheets hanging from burned trees. A hunter discovers a rusted explosive device tangled in roots near a frozen creek. Bomb squads detonate a surviving payload in a remote canyon. Historians uncover documents revealing how many balloons were never found. Some say hundreds are still out there, buried in forests, waiting. A hiker in modern-day Oregon glances at a strange metal ring half buried in moss. Drone footage sweeps over endless forests where forgotten threats may still lie hidden. A historian pins a new marker on a map of recovered balloon sites. Wind rustles through treetops, echoing the same currents that once carried silent bombs. History is never fully buried if you listen. It still speaks. How many of these forgotten weapons still lie hidden, waiting to be discovered? Kindly subscribe or follow for new videos.